Well, good morning, everyone. Today is October the 16th. It's a beautiful autumn morning. A little on the chilly side, it's about 46 degrees, and today we are going pheasant hunting. This is going to be my first time pheasant hunting in about 30 years because I lived down south where there was no pheasant to hunt. Either way, if I get a pheasant or don't get a pheasant this morning, it's just a beautiful autumn morning to be out, walking in the woods, walking in nature. I've never been the one who always had to have a kill every time I go out. I've had friends like that who, if they didn't get any game, a Tweety bird would bite the dust on the way out, just so that they could say that they shot and killed something on their trip out. I've never been like that. I've been more the type who, I do like hunting, I do like eating game, but I enjoy the day being out in nature. If I don't see a pheasant, if I don't get anything this morning, it's not a big deal to me. Yes, I would like to have the meat in the fridge, but it's not a big deal if I don't get anything. So we're going to enjoy this morning. We're going to enjoy the hunt, and hopefully I get something, but if I don't, oh well. Beautiful scenery. The autumn colors are not quite at peak down here in Rhode Island, but they're very, very close. I've put out 2 videos already of various autumn trips, so we will see you out in the woods. Alrighty, well, I don't know how well the camera is going to show this, but this is one huge ant mound. Literally, the thing is knee high. Try to zoom in. Don't know if it's going to pick them up, but there are ants all working this. And you can tell by the red bodies that they are pretty much fire ants. So yeah, that's huge, almost knee high, that they've built this thing. Okay, well, this is a clear example of one of the reasons why the state is selling off a lot of our state lands and not really keeping up with hunting anymore. This is a state management area. There is supposed to be no camping at all through here. We had a bad drought this summer. There's supposed to be no campfires. Matter of fact, a few of the state lands have actually caught fire this year and burnt tens of acres. But I am out probably about a mile into the woods in the middle of nowhere pheasant hunting. As you can see right here is a fire pit that somebody has made. And as you can see in there, that's all trash and aluminum foil. Now, unfortunately, people will actually blame hunters for this. This is not hunters, people. This is not people who respect the woods. So, yeah, this is why a lot of our lands are getting shut down. And hunting is not like it used to be. And the state just doesn't cater towards hunters anymore. Yep, time to press onward. I don't have a plastic bag with me to carry out people's trash today. I've already seen 2 Dunkin' Donuts cups and a Gatorade bottle this morning. The Dunkin' Donuts cups, you could tell, were not from hunters. Gatorade bottle, not so sure. But yeah, this is why a lot of our state lands are now being sold to development communities. Sad what my town is turning into. It's no longer the rural town that I grew up in. Oh, it's definitely warmed up out here. About a mile and a half, 2 miles into the woods. It started out this morning in the low to mid 40s, and it's probably about 70 degrees right now. So it's time to shed this outer jacket. And while I'm doing so, I just kind of had a thought. I am almost 54 years old. Probably what one would consider the old man or the old timer in the woods. A guy just walking by himself with or without his dog and his gun. In my case, I don't have a dog. But it used to be that if your dog got away from you and you didn't see it, you would spend hours chasing your dog unless you had one of those collar thingies that either clicks, vibrates, or gives a shock. But even still, if your dog got away from you, the hunt was pretty much over. You were chasing your dog. If it flushed up a pheasant, it was anybody else's fair game. It's amazing how times have changed in hunting, especially small game, has changed with technology. Today, I met up with two guys on the way in. Their dog had a GoPro camera strapped to its collar. It had a light and another camera thingy strapped above it. Had one of those barrels, which I thought was for the shock or vibrate or clicker or some sort of noise. Maybe it was. But it also had about a foot antenna coming off the top of this dog's neck. The guy was with his buddy. His buddy did not have a gun. The guy with the gun had a tablet type thing strapped to his belt with an antenna coming off of it. I met up with them. Let me put my orange vest back on here. I met up with them. They were coming out of the woods. I was still heading in. And these guys were walking the dirt road. They weren't walking the fields. It was obvious they were letting their dog do all the work. And I could hear the dog was probably about 100 yards from them, deep in the woods. Couldn't see the dog at all. Only could hear about where the dog was coming from with its bell. And the bell stops ringing and this vibration goes off on this guy's tablet. Guy picks up his tablet, starts looking, and he's like, oh. Then you hear the bell start up again, and you start hearing the pheasant, which happened to be a cock, a male pheasant, rooster, some call them, start clucking away. The dog had it down. And the guy's looking at his tablet, and he's like, oh, it's a cock. Oh, wait a minute. He's got two of them in the area. He's got one of them down. So his buddy goes, well, we're going to go and get him. The guy's like, yeah, hang on a minute. Starts tapping away on his tablet, and he's like, okay, I got the coordinates of where the dog is. He's not going anywhere. He's got the pheasant down, and it looks like we got to take off in this general direction and circle around and come up this way if the other pheasant decides to flush. About 5 or 10 minutes later, after they take off in the woods, you hear a shot. I mean, is that where we become now with small game hunting, where it's not about walking in the woods with your gun anymore? That it's now about technology, GPS, leisurely walking a road until you get a notification on your tablet that something is pinned down, and you GPS the general area to go get it and go get your dog. Is that where we're at now? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's hunting to me anymore. So yeah, I'm the old guy out in the woods, no technology, no dog, complete disadvantage. But like I said before, whether or not I get a bird, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I would prefer to get one or see a rabbit or something, but I'm just happy being out in nature, with the fall foliage. A lot of my friends don't even bother getting out and hunting anymore. They barely even fish. A lot of them, health problems, family obligations. Okay, that I can see, but some of them are just like, yeah, I'm not walking that distance anymore. I used to go hunting abandoned places and old ruins with my friends, and I had a friend tell me about one of them, and I'm like, oh, let's go check it out. And he's like, no, I don't walk a mile to 3 miles in the woods to see if something's still there, and then turn around, walk another 3 miles out. Just not worth it to me. So, yeah, it's obvious that we're getting old. Nobody's out in the woods anymore. Nobody's hunting, and those that do are just more about technology than getting out in nature and hunting the old ways. So anyway, I'm gonna eat my snack on the way out. I brought a packet of beef jerky with me. I'm gonna head over to another state land that I grew up bordering, see if there's anything up there. Didn't see too many guys in the woods this morning. They say less than 1% of Rhode Islanders hunt. A couple guys I met up with were actually from Massachusetts, because you can't hunt on Sundays in Massachusetts. Neither Connecticut, and I live in the tri-state area. Met up with a couple hikers. I had to tell them about wearing orange. They came in through the Massachusetts end where there's no signs, and didn't realize that Rhode Island allowed hunting on Sundays. So luckily they had their orange with them, and they put it on, especially when I told them that it's a $500 fine from the DM if you're caught on state land without orange this time of year. I didn't criticize them. I didn't condescend them anyway. Didn't get mean with them. They were totally understanding. They thanked me for it because they didn't realize, because none of these woods are actually marked anymore. The old markers are all hidden. They didn't even realize that they crossed into Rhode Island. So, but anyway, I'm gonna eat my snack on the way out, maybe see something else, and then I'm gonna head over to the land that I grew up on, see if there's any pheasant or rabbit up in there. But other than that, it's just a beautiful day. It's now 70 degrees out. Can't ask for much more in middle of October. Got cool earlier this month, and I know cold weather's coming. And a lot of people are archery deer right now. But muzzleloader will be coming up in a few short weeks. But for now, just out hunting small game. I'll see you over on the next property unless I get something. Alrighty, well, I'm about to leave the second hunting area. No pheasant, no squirrel, no rabbits, no nothing up through here. Didn't see any feathers of any pheasant or any birds, and the only shotgun shells that are on the ground are probably from about 20-30 years ago by the looks of them. So Nobody's been up hunting. I don't even think the state even stocks this area anymore, even though it says it's on their list to stock. But yeah, I'm just enjoying this beautiful autumn day. It's getting late in the afternoon now. Time for me to go home, kind of relax, and just do some work around the house. I got some stuff that needs to be done, but yep, there's absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna leave you with one last shot of the autumn foliage as I'm heading out of this area, and then we'll see next week what type of video I do, because I'm towards the end of the week. I may go out pheasant hunting again, or I may do something else, but we'll see what video I do next week. But for now, it's just another beautiful day in the woods.